What happens if you resume one day and realize that most of your colleagues have resigned? They've jackpot and they've gone abroad to look for greener pastures. Welcome to today's episode of Ready Job Seeker podcast by Repos Bay. My name is Kelechi Abiri, and I'll be talking to you today about mass resignation in the workplace. So before I reveal to you the tips in handling mass resignation in the workplace, I would like to tell you Rachel's story. Rachel was an underwriter for an insurance company here in Lagos. And one day she realized that her colleagues were resigning. As an underwriter, she became overwhelmed with the workload because including her head of department had to leave the country. This was around the period of September when schools were resuming abroad. And so she was really feeling the work pressure. She could no longer balance her work life. And also she had no time for family, friends, and even the things she loved to do. So Rachel became so depressed and tired of the work environment. What would you advise Rachel does? I'll give you the tip. So before I share the tips, I want you to ask yourself two important questions. What kind of things do I enjoy doing? And how do I keep myself motivated? Having this conversation with your employer can also help. And if you can resolve the situation by having a conversation with your employer about your workload, then that's fine. But sometimes employers are also under the same pressure of closing talent gaps and also succession planning. But for you as an employee, these are the things you can do. Firstly, you need to keep upskilling and keep your mind focused on improving your craft. Improve your career prospects and also improve your ability to climb your career ladder. Take time to learn new skills. Take time to learn new, exciting sports, interests, etc. Next, you must start to put yourself out there on social media. In this era of personal branding, it's very important you, at every point in your career, become a thought leader or try to become a thought leader. Brand yourself on social media because recruiters always go back to social media presence to look and see what you're passionate about. And if you claim to be passionate about your industry, you must keep talking about it even on social media. Next, you have to be brave and confident and assertive about your career. If you know where you want to go, everywhere won't seem like the road to it. You would follow a particular road and path to where you want to go. Make sure that at all times you stay confident about your career because this is what makes employers attracted to your talent. My next tip will be like the adage that says, closed mouths don't eat. So demand what you think you're worth in your industry. Demand for benefits that you think that you desire. Demand for things that will improve your work-life balance. If you don't ask, you won't receive. To avoid being burnt out, at all times you must know when to take breaks and know when to take time off. Finally, as your obligations pile up, you must know your energy levels and you must gauge your energy levels at all times. Make sure you create ways to stay motivated and to avoid being burnt out. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. My name remains Kelechi Abiri, and you can reach out to me through Ready Job Seeker at www.reposbay.com. I hope you got a tip or two on how to stay inspired and motivated in the workplace, even as we go through the Great Resignation. Thank you.